Hey, this thing's working. Alright, got the chains on. I'll check my trailer one more time just in case. Got the trailer all good to go. Taking y'all with me on a little road trip. I'm gonna go pick up my little trade item. I have the Atlas back here and pieces. So I'm getting ready to roll down the road. I want to show this Atlas TH42 that I bought to restore. It was going to be a companion to my Atlas 12. I figured I'd set this one up as like a collet machine. Anyway, the Logan came along. Hey, this is really interesting. This is shop made. It's not too shabby, honestly. I think I got the gib out. No, the gib's up a little there, but it seems like a little adjustment. Yeah, the gibs are loose. You know, not too bad a job somebody did there. You know, with working with what they had, making it work. Anyway, yeah. So the Logan's here now. This became an extra lathe, and I don't have space for an extra lathe. And so something came up, kind of a crazy coincidence, the way it came up on Craigslist. The guy wanted to trade it. I'll talk about that later, I guess. Some of you are going to be disappointed because it doesn't have the cool factor of a lathe. But it's something I wanted, and I think it's about the same dollar value. Oh, in addition to what you see here, I got change gears I'm throwing in with it because they came with it. I don't like parting out stuff. I like putting stuff together. I hope to God this guy's not a parter. I hope he doesn't just shill all this stuff on eBay, but I don't have control over that. Anyway, yeah, so it's got change gears and a 3-jaw and a 4-jaw. I am keeping the cast iron legs. That's actually what sent me after this machine when I saw it on Craigslist the first time, is that it came with the cast iron legs. So I'm going to hang on to those, and I'm going to use them for something down the road. And I'm just letting go of the lathe itself. Which is funny, because I had considered at one time selling the lathe and selling the legs and keeping the lathe, and the lathe would basically be free then, given what those legs go for. But, alright. Getting ready to hitch up the trailer, and we'll be going down the road pretty soon. And the drive should be about an hour and 20 minutes, which is good. I like a road trip, but I don't like driving really long periods of time. We went down to South Carolina to see the eclipse, and it was worth it because that was just a really fantastic experience. But that was a long drive. I think it was over 10 hours each way. I can't even remember. Probably blocked it out from memory. Yeah, that plus we did some driving this year to go with my kids. We were doing some music performances, and the kids were on the bus. We drove along separate from the bus, and that also got long. We went up to Pennsylvania. But 2, 3, 4 hour road trips I really enjoy a lot, and this will be good. So I'll bring you back. And I'm trying out my real GoPro. This is not to be confused with my faux GoPro that I bought. And yeah, man, that thing is a disappointment. The video quality itself is not that bad if you stay within its range, but it doesn't focus up close. And then the other thing that I found out was that the audio is just terrible. I mean, ridiculous. So that was a $30-something purchase on a whim. It came up on an Amazon flash deal. And so not long after, I was looking through Craigslist, and this Hero 3 Plus came up for $75 with a little remote. And that seems reasonable to me. That's what I think these things should sell for brand new, given the technology that's out there and what I can get. You know, my Lumix that I love. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think GoPros should be more than $100 tops, personally. But this one was like new, $75. I decided I wanted to give out a hint of what I'm going to go get. Like I said, I think some people are going to be mad at me because it's so boring what I'm trading this thing for. Bear in mind, I'm bringing a trailer. What is the most iconic symbol of boring suburban existence? That's what I'm going to go get. Note to self, when we say we want to do a road trip, don't forget, traffic sucks nowadays between Newport News and Richmond. It used to be kind of a relaxing drive. Not so much anymore. What do you think? Is that cool? I like it. So, it's an International Harvester Cub Cadet. It's either 1972 or 73. He's not sure. This is the last one of his collection. He was kind of in the business of, not in the business, but you know, as a hobby thing. He bought them, restored them, and whatnot. And he didn't get very far with this one. He said, he's retiring and he's thrown his arm out, and so he didn't do anything but paint a couple things on it, and it's pretty much as he found it. But so the crazy coincidence story for this thing, I've been kind of looking for an old garden tractor, I guess is the what you want to call it when you don't want to call it a riding lawnmower. So yeah, I've been looking for an old one. I kind of hope to find one for nothing, basically, and fix it up. But yeah, I was just keeping my eye open, and I was watching the Precision Machine Shed channel, and he's got an episode. I'll put some kind of description or link or something in there, in which he's showing all the projects and things he's got going in his garage, and one of the things he's got sitting in there is Cub Cadet. Looks a similar vintage to this one. And I said, "Oh wow, International Harvester. Never, thought about. I didn't even know they made little garden tractor kind of things. That would be cool." Anyway, file that away. Well, 5 minutes later, I go on my local Craigslist, and I don't type in garden tractor or anything. I type in lathe, which is what I do all the time. Not like I need another lathe, but I just, it's a sickness. So anyway, I type in lathe into my search on Craigslist, and up pops this thing. That is very coincidental. And it turns out that in the description, the guy said, he's selling it for X number of dollars, or would trade for an Atlas lathe. So I gave him a call and I said, well, I got this one. It's in pieces, but it's all there, you know. And I sent him some photographs of everything I had, and we went back and forth a little bit. And yeah, we finally decided it was a good idea. And just met him. Interesting guy to meet. He, like I said, is retiring from a lot of the stuff he had been doing, and is actually downsizing. They're moving to a small house with a quarter-acre lot. It doesn't need any kind of a riding mower or anything like that anymore. And yeah, we just did the trade here in a Lowe's parking lot in Short Pump, just on the other side of Richmond from me. Now I just got to get it home. And for my purposes, you could argue I don't need one for my yard. I've mown it plenty of times by hand. My kids do it, you know, with, I mean, by hand, I mean with a push mower. My kids split it up, you know, but it's a pretty big yard, you know, for that. It's right on the edge, and everybody in my neighborhood either has a professional service come or they have a riding mower. And the other thing is, I don't know if this is a silly idea to think of with a tractor this size, with a little garden tractor, is my yard actually needs to be tilled up. So if I could find an attachment, I would certainly give it a try with this thing. My yard is very lumpy. There were some trees taken out by the previous owner, and also my understanding is they had some kind of an extensive English garden kind of thing going back there that's no longer there. But what's left is just this very lumpy yard. So you could definitely stand to be tilled up and leveled. So if this thing turns out to be capable of that, then that would be pretty awesome. I think this one would be more likely to be capable of it than one that I was to buy today, a modern one. It seemed to be a lot lighter. So we'll see. That's my that was my mystery trade, and I'm pretty happy about it. Only thing maybe I should have done different, you know, the only possible regret is maybe I'd be better off with cash in hand rather than a trade. But before I sold that lathe, I would have had to put a lot of work into it, putting it all back together, cleaning it all up, and I'm doing that with my Logan. That's the one I'm concentrating on right now. So yeah, I'm happy. It's a good deal. Well, I know someone who ought to approve of this. Jaster, you out there? Because I know on his channel he's got a whole series on restoring an old garden tractor. I think it's I don't know how you pronounce it,